You know how I get into Michael Caine? You weren't supposed to blow the bloody doors off. You weren't supposed to blow the bloody doors off. What's that, Batman? You weren't supposed... Michael Caine. It's Michael... And when he gets old,
yeah,
he gets very sick. He gets very sad indeed.
This is how I gotta get into Maggie Caine. Maggie Smith. What was the best picture?
The best picture? You were there when they announced it. It was Phoebe.
And I'm shocked.
And welcome to Do You Ever Feel Like?
Where we ask the questions that everyone's thinking and no one's answering.
But we're moving quickly.
We're moving at the speed of excitement.
At the speed of production. That has been my last 48, 72 hours.
Yeah.
How are you feeling?
Honestly, I don't know what it is about this year with the Oscars, but it just it's like heated rivalry. It's giving me hope. It's like giving me like I'm not grumpy. You know what I mean? Like every year I feel like I start the Oscars hopeful. Then by the end I'm like such a grump because I'm so disappointed or like there was like crazy but like I'm so happy and positive.
It was very uplifting. It was very spirit of hope. It was very, I was like all giddy. Like it finished and I was like, it's over. Like,
I mean, I don't think I've ever watched an entire Oscar live stream either. Like, or, you know, whatever.
I have, but I've never been thoroughly entertained the entire way.
Yeah, exactly.
Minus the weird casting.
Okay, so shall we just dive
Do you want
right
to just
in?
go through? I have my notes. You have your notes. We have our notes.
Okay, Conan. What is it about Conan? Is it that
I love him?
Is it that he's like just super tall? Like I like what? Like what is it about him that makes me be like, you got us? Like you.
I love him. Were you a big? It's so funny to me. I feel like this really like dates me when I talk about this. But to me, like my marker of success, like when I dream of like success in my life, I vision myself going on Oprah. Duh, that's like I think every millennial's like reference for that.
Right.
B Conan. Mm-hmm. That was like my late night show that I watched growing up. So I love seeing him do his thing, you know?
Yeah. I also think there's something about like standing the test of time, even through like some crazy shit that man has been dragged for.
Seriously.
You know, like I think there's something about that. And I think, it's the hair, it's the smile,
the wig.
The
the really tasteful airbrushing of that pale skin. Yes. Yeah, no, I love it. He reminds me so much of my uncles to like a semi-frightening degree.
Yes.
So my Oscars enjoyment was with 15 to 20. I don't know how many people were in this family group chat.
Wow. Mm-hmm.
All night, and I was quite active, so I apologize to any of my family members. Like there was like a few people I was like, I am blowing up your phone right now for real. But I thought it was really funny. I was like, you know,
I was like on social, in the texts, in the WhatsApp groups, all of them at the same time.
You were so busy. You were so busy.
I have some of the best messages that have basically ever been sent to me. Like so much good stuff.
Well, and everyone knows that you're clocking into a shift right now, too.
They're like...
If there's one thing Jacqueline loves, she loves award season. Mm-hmm. I loved the intro. I didn't look this up, but I want to know if those kids were the real Weapons kids.
Oh, I think, yeah.
I would have to, because they do cutesy stuff like that. So I want that to be true. I don't know if it is.
Yeah.
I wish I did an Oscars predictions list because I thought of that yesterday morning while I was in the shower. I was like, well, surely he'll wear that Gladys wig.
Obviously.
And I was really, really glad to see Amy Madigan because I feel less scared of that character now.
Yeah.
When like I needed to see her. I needed to see her.
There's nothing I love more too than like an old gay couple, you know, like Ed and her together. I'm like, you guys.
I wasn't exactly sure where you were going, and then I knew where you were going.
I'm sorry, sorry, but the blazer, and then like he's bald and he's looking at her with like such admiration. It was amazing. I loved that moment.
Old gay couple. That's so funny.
They are.
That's so funny.
I think hetero couples become more gay as they age, right? Like, I just think it's like part of what this is, you know?
Okay, we don't have time to get into that today.
Anyway,
I mean, yes, and moving on.
And moving on.
I thought Conan's monologue was really good. I love that he didn't hold anything back. I think I don't know why we're having to look to our fucking late night guys to be the arbiters of truth on network television right now. I thought it was a really good mix. Just his hosting in general, I thought was a really good mix of like playing to the actual crowd in the room of people that actually watch the Oscars and enjoy it versus this thing that everyone's having to contend with all the time in media of like the clip of it and the like discourse of it and the like feeding those things enough without it also seeming like cringe.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like there's like a line where you get like too pandery to one side or you like you make fun of Gen Z too much or like, you know what I mean? Like that kind of thing. I thought it was like a really good balance. I'd love to know who's on the writing team.
Yeah, I think he did a really good job. I think that was like a really good example of that was when the documentary party that was up in the balcony was having a good time, right?
Yes, exactly.
And you have to, because part of me at first was like, oh no, bring it, like, come on, Conan, like, give that a joke, like, you know what I mean? But also, there's a live event happening, like, he had to keep it moving.
He has to keep it moving. Same thing with the microphone being pulled down. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Which, by the way, demonic behavior.
Somebody wasn't locked in.
I think it's really funny because you have to imagine somebody in the booth pushing the microphone down like, no. Or the director being like, pull that microphone now.
I know, exactly. I feel like I feel like there's such you have to like catch those moments because I'm at home and I'm like, oh, this would have been like a great at home thing. Yeah. But then I'm like, oh no, he has a job to do. Right?
Yeah.
Jimmy Kimmel, I think, handled it really well too.
Yeah.
I loved all of the places we went throughout the show. Like, I loved the commentary about viewing, right? And viewership and who wants to see what. I loved the commentary about AI. I loved the skit with Sterling K. Brown. Like, the whole thing, like, everything that they kind of chose to punctuate, I think was great.
Yeah.
I think we even went, like, more kind of political leaning than I was even expecting.
That's what I meant by like, I don't think I mean, you know, at the end of the day, we're talking about network television, but I thought there were a couple of like jokes in there throughout the evening that I was like, oh my God, like, thank you for saying that. Yeah. One of them being, was it Jimmy Kimmel who walking around the White House trying on shoes was so good.
Yes. Because
anyway,
he did the documentary intro.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. There was a huge protest, pro-Palestinian protest, and there was like projections outside the Dolby Theater. And
oh, wow.
It looked like it was maybe pre-planned and put up on the, billboards. Mm-hmm. But I don't think it was. I think it was projections from the street, from the protesters.
I didn't see that. Although I didn't watch any red carpet stuff, so I'd assume that's where you would be seeing it.
I only really saw it online, and then they're pretty loud. In some of the red carpet clips on social, you can hear.
Oh wow!
Stuff.
No, I didn't. I caught like maybe only like the last 15-20 minutes of the red carpet where people were just, and I loved that Michael B. Jordan did zero press.
I know.
Stunning.
I know.
Great.
I know.
Congrats to him.
I know. I want to talk about looks real quick.
Okay, yes. Who are your fave looks of the night?
Autumn was my top.
Autumn, I loved every single piece of that. The shirt's amazing. The jacket's amazing. The length of it, her hair. Yeah. I love the tie.
I still can't find who did it though. Honestly, I can't. I have no idea.
She has a new #1 fan in me. I loved it. Loved it.
So
loved
good.
that. I loved that look. Sigourney Weaver was one of my favorite dresses. I thought that was so cute when I saw it on the red carpet. I loved it. But then Pedro Pascal, I loved. But the two of them together, that outfit was really doing something for me.
Yes.
He's got like that. I mean, the men's brooches was like the big takeaway I was having.
Yes.
And then I loved Michael B. Jordan's brooch on the back of his collar that I only saw when he got up to hug his mom.
Oh my God,
at
so
the end of the
good.
night.
So good.
So good.
Louis Vuitton was really like all of my favorites. Like,
oh yeah,
Renata from Sentimental Value wore Louis Vuitton, the red with the dramatic slip, but then you like turn it around, she kind of has like a little bit of like a tap dance.
I can't believe I loved that. I really loved that, and that's not. I don't usually like those kind of minimal silhouette things, but I really loved it. Although it looked like she was struggling with it all night. I was like, that is not one that you can have someone trip over.
No.
You're gonna be naked in a minute.
I know. And then Jamie from Sinners, this like cobalt blue, like fringy, moved as she like walked down the carpet. It was very, very cool. Yeah.
I did love, I don't even really know if this counts as a look. What is his name? He played Cook and he was also in Sinners. The Sinners cast was looking great. Oh my God. What's his name? And he played Cook in Skins, the white guy in Sinners, basically.
Oh, with his prosthetic teeth?
With his teeth on.
My name is Olivia Rafferty, and as a singer-songwriter, my Oscar credentials, I believe, would be the music portion of these awards. When I'm thinking about like songs and stuff in terms of Oscars, I'm always thinking about the original songs, which is like always a messy category. Like it's never that good.
No.
Because a lot of people are just shoehorning and stuff. I mean, obviously very happy for Sinners to take away some Academy Awards in this category, not in the original song, but like in the actual general soundtrack of things.
Yeah.
Golden was going to happen.
Golden was going to happen.
100%.
And that like moment was so sweet too when she got up on stage. Oh, yeah. I love it.
Yeah. No, I mean like EJ's whole story is just incredible because it's like that song is really her song as someone who was like a K-pop trainee from like 11 years old. And she never got like the approval to debut in a group or like as a solo artist. So she became a songwriter instead and ended up writing these songs, which won her a bloody Oscar in the end. So it's like such an amazing roundabout way to get your flowers, I think. So I really love that story.
Did we see Diane Warren last night? Does she show up anymore?
I mean, Diane Warren is trying.
God bless her. She still does.
Yeah. I mean, I was looking up the story because I was like, okay, what's the deal with, and this was like a song for the Diane Warren documentary. But she has been nominated 17 times for an Academy Award and hasn't got it yet. And I was like, oh, come on, because she famously wrote Don't Want to Miss a Thing, which is the Aerosmith song that was for Armageddon. And I was like, well, how did that not win in what was like 1997 or every year it came out? And it lost to Deliver Us. Prince of Egypt.
Yeah, well, that fucking slaps. It's kind of similar. That almost reminds me of like, what is it, like the Best Picture category? Like no one remembers the Best Picture, like who actually won Best Picture at the Oscars kind of thing. But yeah, no, Deliver Us is sick. So sorry, Diane Warren. That's rough.
Yeah. Also, I do just want to like, speaking of Stephen Schwartz, like just give the man some shame for shoehorning in 2 new songs into the second half of Wicked to try and garner another like Oscar nomination in the original song category. Like, does not need to happen. Like, you can't, first of all, you can't improve on Wicked, and second of all, like, never in like the history of the world has like a song that's been added retrospectively to a musical that's become a movie has like ever actually delivered. No, in my opinion.
No.
Okay, so I literally just watched Sinners not for the purpose of doing this interview, but I watched it today for the purpose of doing this interview. And like, I just really have something to say about like diegetic music. Like, and for those of you who don't know, it's like music that's like literally inside the film and is like experienced and sung or heard by like the people, the characters like in the story. Like, that's the kind of songs that need to be winning like original song, and like that's the kind of like marriage between music and movies, which I really, really enjoy. The songs were incredible. Like, I really like, what is his name? Is it Jack O'Connell, the guy that plays
Shout out to him for a second. I had such a fucking crush on him when I was in high school. Oh my God.
Yeah, he was one of the Skins people that like really got out and did well for themselves. You love to see it. His sort of like Irish songs, and it was just it was such like an amazing like amalgamation of different music from that time, reflecting different cultures of people that have arrived in America and are, you know, coming from all these like different histories. I do have to say the scene where like Jimi Hendrix in inverted like turns up, I was a little bit like, you're losing me, although I completely get it. Like it made me cry and it also made me confused at the same time. Like I didn't know how I felt about that. It was like both.
I feel like Sinners gives such musical theater energy. I mean, all of these elements, right, are like part of what make like musical theater what it is too. And there's always like one moment where you're like, in every musical, where you're like, what is this? What's going on?
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, I was like, I don't understand what's happening. But then you're also like, okay, I completely understand. It's like this power of music to like reach into like you know, like a people's past and like project into the future. Like it was incredible for those reasons. And I think that kind of like that moment was like the manifesto of the movie in a way. Yeah. So I mean, you gotta be making big choices. You know what I mean? Like you can't be going for like an Oscar nominated movie and not be making like some big weird choices, which like might fly, might flop.
Exactly. Yeah.
I think that kind of speaks to, oh my God, we were just talking about these people 3 seconds ago. Ryan Coogler and is Ludwig, does he have a last name?
Ludwig Göransson. He's got an umlaut over the O, which over the O.
I'm in trouble then.
Ludwig,
my man. I think that speaks to creative collaboration between the two of them and like being able to work with somebody for so long and having like a shorthand. I feel like that you can like get to the thing faster, or like you could take big swings, you can take big risks because you have a history with each other and be like, just trust me for a second. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. You kind of know like the limits of like what people can do and are like good to like push past them, I think. Or like push people, like you can push them a bit if you know what they're capable of.
Yeah. Exactly. I think that, I mean, Ludwig, this man, first of all, he's never there because he's booked and busy. Like he never can accept the award because he's always too busy in his studio. He's got like a studio in every major city. He's working and like essentially because Ryan Coogler met him at USC. Like that's why they both have the careers that they have. And I just think that's a really beautiful story. Yeah, exactly. Miles Caden, right? He learned how to play blues guitar in 2 months for this movie. And I feel like, you know, we have a lot of these kind of moments with the Oscars this year. We're like, so-and-so learned how to do this in 2 months or blah, 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 blah. But when he went up on stage and performed, I was like, oh no, he can actually play the blues guitar. Like it wasn't one of those things where it was like, oh, he learned how to play it so that we can kind of get through the shooting, which sometimes I think these are just kind of stories that are like marketing. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. But when he was up on stage, I was like, whoa, I mean, I know nothing about the guitar. I don't know how, in comparison to any other musical instrument, how easy it is to learn. But I was very impressed by that.
Yeah. I mean, it's such a shame because like YouTube hates an upload of anything that actually happened the night before an award ceremony. So I think I saw 2 clips of it and then like someone's like, Miss Mojo, blah, blah, blah. Like, just talking over everything that's happening because of like copyright issues. But I mean, like, it is like, I think maybe he has like an advantage in which like he's learning this instrument within a specific genre. And really blues is based off of like what is like like at the bones like a simple structure, but then you've got like all like the licks and sort of the finger style and like the way that you're actually using your instrument, which really like brings out this tone. But I feel like it would be interesting actually, like instead of just being like I learned guitar, you know, and having to like learn like this massive expanse of like how to play the guitar, learning just how to do like one genre and learning that genre like specifically and really well, I think is such like an interesting shortcut into sounding really fucking good. And I bet, you know, actors, what they're like, they put the hours in, they really do, like, and you can tell, like, if someone's been given the objective of learning an instrument for a movie like this, where music is like such a point that everything kind of centers around and hangs on, like, you would want to do a good job. So yeah.
Especially because his character is like supposed to be a musical product, like he's supposed to be really good.
Yeah. I mean,
but I feel like
I
feel like I've seen other films where actors play, and I'm like, okay, yeah, sure, you learned how to play the piano, Ryan Gosling, but like you're not that great.
No, I mean, it is funny because it's like you do get these bits where it's like, I love when an actor sits down at a piano and they just start going like,
yeah. Oh my God. It's like my least favorite thing, watching somebody knit on
cut to the hands
cinema, you know, or like sketch and they're like
right.
moving their pencil back and forth
like
on a finish.
shading one piece.
Yeah. Just the shoulders, you know, piano. It's all shoulders.
Yeah. Just lean in, lean out.
Yeah.
I went through and I listened to every sort of like long list and short list of the original song. I had to experience the Miley Cyrus Avatar song.
What? It
was very strange, like actually watching and listening to the song. It was like a Bond song for Avatar, and like Miley standing like in the smoke and the fire, like sort of kind of leaning to the side singing this song. And like my whole notes the whole time were like, why is this happening? I mean, we all know why it's happening because she got that Avatar money, but still it's like, where is the that? And then also like someone who I'm not surprised about doing like a non-song for a movie, Ed Sheeran for Formula One, a song called Drive, where he's like, put the pedal to the metal and
stop. No. That actually gave me hives just now. That Ed Sheeran impression I have having allergic reaction to.
So funny. I listened to it and the chorus is like him going, not hallelujah. They must have asked him to take that out, but he's like, hallelujah, you drive me in the da-na-na-na. Like, you're my savior, you know, and I'm like, this is a song for like an intellectual property, like company, like it's literal company, like it's so peculiar. I mean, I feel like the art of like the Incredible Credit song, like I don't know, like it was like a very 90s thing for me, like the end of a Disney movie. I'm like bopping around to like those like ballads and stuff, but it's just so funny seeing what people come up with when they've been like commissioned to write a song that's not going to be in the movie. It's just going to be like around the movie, and they're like, yeah, Ed Sheeran Formula One song, like we all know it and love it.
Exactly. Yeah. No.
Can we talk about the Sinner's performance?
Okay, here we go.
Can we just talk about it?
It's a great segue. Mm-hmm.
That was so, it started and I was like, ooh, fun. And then they just kept on bringing more fucking people out. Brittany, oh my God, the queen that you are, I need to get little glasses. I need to get little sunglasses.
I know.
So good.
Usually what we have is like a difference between what we see in the film and what we see on stage when we do Oscar performances.
Yes, totally.
Right?
And it's always like, okay, that was the song.
Yeah, but this was the scene.
Yeah.
On stage. I was like,
so
this
good.
is so good. Like
with the DJ, like, and I just kept on, I was just like the DJ in the back they had like the banjo player, like you had every era of music, like the Black community's impact of music in America. They thread that needle so fucking well. It was delicious. It was so good. I love the blocking of that scene.
Yes. The camera work.
Yeah.
Who I can only assume that was some guy, you know what I mean, running around stage. Yeah. And then we just have like, my favorite moment was Buddy Guy. He's just like rocking his polka dots, standing there like.
I know.
Vibing. Can you imagine? I mean, it was like all those people on that stage. It was so great. And then Misty she takes us home at the end.
I didn't even see her come out. I was like, where'd she come from?
I know. That's what I mean about like the choreography and the blocking. It's like, okay, you're going to come down from here. You're going to go over here. You're going to like,
yeah, it was so good.
Brilliant. Missy was incredible as always. And to have I was like, I'm never going to see her perform again. I was like, you know, because she left ABT this year. And I was like, I'm never going to see it happen. Here we go. It was so good.
I know.
Amazing.
So good. How old is she?
Missy Copeland? I don't know.
Ageless, timeless. Anyway.
Probably young, because, you know, ballerinas.
30. She's 31. Ugh, get her out of here. She's old. No, I just love it. That was like genuinely one of my favorite.
She's 43. 43.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Oh my God. Good for her. Good for her.
Yeah.
I'm sore. I am sore after my intensive this weekend. And I'm like, I'm too young to be this sore. This is not good. No, that was genuinely one of my like favorite things I've ever consumed. My next note, that casting intro was fucking weird. That was fucking weird.
It was super weird.
My name's Olivia Tharm. By profession, I work in Canadian TV, which actually doesn't qualify me for anything. I have an acting degree as well, which also doesn't qualify me for anything, but I'm highly competitive about my Oscar ballots.
Also, you're my sister, and so that the nepotism is also an important thing here as well.
I'm a Nepo baby now. We have like a whole family of, we had a family Oscar ballot.
Yeah.
That was very aggressive.
It was really
Chat
aggressive.
was aggressive.
It was. I know you were at a party, so I was like blowing up everyone else's phone while I was sitting on my couch.
I really want to talk about the new Best Casting Oscar because I think it's interesting, weird, important, new, and it's been a long time coming. I think like it's clearly casting's like a really important piece of the puzzle, and also a very female-dominated niche, and it hasn't existed before, which is kind of surprising. Other award ceremonies have done it. Canada does it and has done it for a long time for CSAs, but it makes us kind of have to ask the question of like, what is good casting? And that I don't really know. I mean, I know it like intrinsically, like in my soul, what good casting is, but for the purposes of Oscars, like, is it more of a purely artistic endeavor or is it like part marketing? I think that Cassandra Koulakundis deserved that because she also cast all of PTA's other films, which is pretty crazy.
Yeah.
I think it's 73 to 75% of the industry, of the like casting directors in the industry are women, which is like kind of remarkable.
Wow.
This kind of coincided for me with a question about like celebrity fatigue. I don't know if you guys feel this, but I feel like I'm seeing the same people over and over and over. And people I like actors that I think are very good and talented, but I'm just a little sick of seeing their faces.
I literally forgot. I like when Jacob Elordi showed up on the red carpet, I'm like, why the hell are you here, guy? Because I'm just Wuthering Heights.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
That's what I'm like, oh, right. You did that whole other massive movie that has a bunch of Oscar. Right. Like I fully checked that out of my brain already.
And like Paul Mescal, I was like, oh, you're going to do Beatles biopics times 4. Like, right, you're in, when I went to go see Hamnet at TIFF, he had to leave literally halfway through. Like, he was there at the beginning, not there at the end, because he was going to, like, be Paul McCartney. But the thing that made me think of this is Margaret Qualley in Blue Moon. I was like, you're Margaret Qualley, though. and Andrew Scott, for that matter. I was like, but you're Andrew Scott. And, like, would this movie have been more effective had they actually cast, like, an unknown? Which we know from Heated Rivalry is like possible now. We can do that. We can have stars rise. Like, I don't need to see Anya Taylor-Joy or Mia Goth or friggin' Sydney Sweeney before all the controversy again and again. Like, I've seen it a lot. If you're casting these people, do they even have to audition? Is that part of judging a casting director? So when Paul Mescal's up there being like, congrats for your work on our show or on our film, it's like, okay, well, did he even audition?
Yeah. Oh, no. I mean, I would assume he probably read with Jesse, you know what I mean? Like, but I'm sure there was like, some pics beforehand. We were talking about that. Yeah, it's so strange. It's like the Chase Infinity is the only person that made any sense, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
To be able to like
on that
stage.
her.
Yeah.
To be like, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. Like, that's like the only thing out of all those people that were standing there that like kind of made sense, right?
It could have been like the little kid, like Hamnet in Hamnet.
Yeah. Exactly. Why didn't we have other people? It was so weird.
Yeah.
If it was all
undiscovered or like whatever, like new talent.
Yes.
Or
New
rising
talent.
stars.
Or people that have been in, like, all the old people. Get all the old people in these movies up there. You know what I mean? That are like,
Yes.
oh, I've had this career for a long time and you've like kept me in this. Like, that's compelling. But Gwyneth Paltrow being like, thank you for casting me is not fun, like, or like remotely interesting.
Has she ever had a day off in her life?
Like, I don't know. It honestly, like, this is a cancelable opinion, but like Kevin O'Leary could have been up there. He would have been more deserving of being up there than Gwyneth Paltrow.
I have a genuine question. I have done zero research, but when I see Kevin O'Leary's face, I'm just assuming it's a pay-to-play situation. Like, I don't know if he's listed as a producer in that movie, but one has to assume.
I think it's just that the Safdies love to do that. They love to be like, here's a non-actor in a movie, and that's going to like immerse you more, I guess. And to be honest, like, I obviously goes without saying, not a fan of Kevin O'Leary, but he was low-key. He was kind of good. Like, he was kind of good. Could have been anybody. He could have been out of literally any other actor.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And so I was thinking, what are the retroactive Oscars? Like, who deserves an Oscar for best casting if we were to go back in time and like retroactively dole out Oscars to people? Because I have my picks.
Okay.
I feel like it's so obvious to say like Magnolia, but I guess like congrats, she won for essentially ostensibly Magnolia now. So congrats. For me, the main thing is live action Scooby-Doo 2002.
I knew you were going to shoehorn this.
I've been fucking saying this. No, I've been saying this for years, and it needs to be talked about because it was obviously not an Oscar contender.
Hey, and that's fucked up.
Wait, Laurie Vernia, that's her name. She was the casting director. I looked her up. I love this woman because she was playing 3D chess. Okay, these are actors coming off the heels of major 90s horror franchises.
Yeah.
And she put them in and they were perfectly cast. And to do Sarah Michelle Gellar, R.I.P. Buffy reboot, and Chloe Zhao. Sorry, this sucks.
I just
little sad
saw
moment of
that
silence.
this morning.
Sucks. But to do that and Freddie Prinze Jr. having to be a couple, officially having Daphne and Fred be a couple, Matthew Lillard off the heels of Scream, like it was really smart. And this is where it's like, okay, this is artistic because they're well cast for their roles, and these are like canonic roles, and marketing because the kids who grew up watching Scooby-Doo probably watched Scream, and I know what you did last summer.
I'm totally in your slipstream here because when I think of those people, I think of Scooby-Doo as well.
Yeah.
Despite Buffy being like the perfect thing for me. Like, so I think that's like some magic in there.
It was beautiful. And it was so like everything about the film was great. I think of also, I was looking up like things that came to mind and I was like, oh, that was really brilliantly cast. Always a female casting director every single time. I think of Sandra Bernard in King of Comedy. Genius casting. And then the women who were responsible for Ferris Bueller's Day Off were also responsible for Harry Potter, Parenthood, Home Alone, When Harry Met Sally, Jurassic Park, The Holiday, Beetlejuice.
That's really interesting. It's making me wonder that the like women of it all, is this just because women aren't allowed to be directors? You know what I mean? Like,
maybe.
like what is that? Like how that I guess it's maybe because women work in marketing. That's just interesting to me.
Suits, like I think apparently it was an administrative task before, much like editing, which is also a very female-dominated side of the industry. Like, I think it was just a more bureaucratic job. And then there were two women in particular who I think kind of like started the careers of, I forget their names, but there's a whole book about it, or a whole documentary about it. They kind of started the careers of like Al Pacino and the likes of like those guys at the time, and did all the casting for Woody Allen's films. Like, I think there was something happening in the mix in like the 70s or 60s that kind of changed the game. And also, like, I think women are like, I don't know, good at interpersonal relationships and like scouting. Like, they have to be out in the world.
Yeah.
And have to be committing to like seeing new things. And like, apparently Chase Infinity was literally from a friend. So like, this could be wrong, but she was in like a K-pop dance group. And that's how the casting director found her.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or like the casting director, that's all Mikey Madison, like in a strip club, right? I think that like there's like that was a woman who was like, you could be an actor.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. I think what's interesting is like, this feels in theater, a lot of casting directors are like actresses. Like they were actresses, they were trained actresses, and then they were like, no, I don't want to do this, I want to be a casting director. It's a very sweet gig And I do think there is something about women being able to kind of see the whole picture, like seeing this like puzzle of a thing in a way. I also think most women make all decisions for everything everywhere all the time.
Men can't make a decision apparently, as we've seen. Like
even if it is a best director, I'm assuming the woman who works with that man is responsible for that award. Actually.
Absolutely.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, should we give Paul Thomas Anderson that award, or should we give it to Maya Rudolph? You know what I mean?
Yeah, or Ryan
That's how I feel.
Yeah.
Like, so it's like, I don't know, kind of this conversation around like, is where women fit in. I actually think it's women's doing everything. We're in the back all the time. And it's like the men just get the award, you know?
And if she was responsible for casting, like, now I feel like I've forgotten every name of anybody in any Paul Thomas Anderson movie ever, which is insane. But like Philip Seymour Hoffman, for example, then is she responsible for like this incredible relationship that made like The Master years down the line?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I mean, for sure. I would say, yeah.
And that's like a beautiful thing. Yeah. Another one that I have to shout out because I'm fascinated by it is, I don't know if either of you have watched the show Dark, the German series.
No.
It's incredible, and it's about like time travel, and there's multiple different timelines of the same families. So she's literally casting this woman, Simone Barr, who also cast Inglourious Bastards and Tar, by the way. Whoa. Nuts. She casts them as like kids in the like 80s, and then like adults in present day, and then in the future as well. And they all look, I actually thought they were using like special effects makeup to age them. So
I love that.
These are some of my favorite women in casting. It's basically what I've just learned. I think it'll be interesting to see how this shakes out over the next few years, and like if it becomes more of a political thing, if it becomes, which is the way a lot of the Oscars goes, like who is truly deserving of this. And I felt a little bit bad that I was actually kind of rooting for the casting director of The Secret Agent, who happened to be the only man. Wah, wah. But I was like, all of those faces were extremely natural and normal and fresh to me as a like North American viewer. And I think that the politics of what people do with their faces, and that's also going to become part of the conversation a little bit for casting.
Yeah, I've been thinking about that a lot as far as just like acting with, you know, one half of your face goes. But anyway.
Actress in a supporting role that went to Amy. You talked about that.
Yes.
Amazing. Weapons is terrifying. So like there were so many movies this year where I had to watch.
I can't believe you watched Weapons
with the lights on, like Sinners. Weapons, like so many.
I can't believe
movies.
you watched Weapons. Weapons is like the scariest movie I've ever seen in my entire life.
It's so scary. It's so freaking scary. But shout out to her. Love that won. Documentary short, All the Empty Rooms. I don't love a Netflix documentary, but I love that this won. And I would really just advise anybody who is interested in this.
I haven't watched that one. I did watch The Perfect Neighbor right before I turned on the Oscars last night. And so that I actually haven't digested that information in my body yet. Jesus Christ.
Wild.
Jesus Christ. All of the documentaries this year, my big takeaway, because I was looking at the list, I was going to watch, and I was looking at like the list. I was like, I'll pick a documentary to watch. And I was like, I can't with America right now. It is simply too much. It's simply too much. We're talking about shorts.
The live action short film tie, that does happen. We sometimes get a tie. I'm very happy that those two were tied because they're incredible. Two People Exchanging Saliva is the weirdest fucking movie ever.
So in my family Oscar like pool, which by the way, I came I was leading for a very long time. We'll talk about our scores later.
Okay.
My cousin's kid, Jack, picked that one because it sounded weird. And he won based on that, structure. So I think that's a great way to move through life. Is it sounded weird and it is weird, and that's beautiful.
Yep.
You know, the Frankenstein sweep.
Yeah.
I am so fucking pleased for Guillermo. And this is where I did a mix on my Oscar ballot of like heart and strategy. And if I had let my heart lead, I think I would have won, because Guillermo his art direction, his art team never gets their Oscars. Yeah. And they all got their Oscars this year, which I'm so excited. Like, I'm so happy for, because I also think this is the last Netflix, like of his big Netflix deal. Not like, I don't know, he's going to get rid of his artistic team, but he's been working with the same people for like a really long time.
Yes, we love to see it.
And I love that he won for like the thing that he's been working on for so long. Not like he won, but like, you know, his team and stuff like that. It was just so good.
Yes.
And I thought it was so cute. Jacob Elordi giving everyone, I don't know if you noticed this, he kept on giving everyone spanks as they were getting up on stage. Actually, Jacob Elordi and the friend, I was just having the time of my life. Me and my cousin Jacob Elordi viewing him. He had snacks. He
You and this man. Like, I literally am like, why are
we
you...
look so alike?
You look alike. You sound alike.
Thank you.
You would do everything that man did last night. You would pat everyone on the ass.
I have to
You'd
stop.
be eating.
I have to stop patting people on the butt.
Like,
it's becoming a bit of an issue in my life.
I was like, why is Phoebe Jacob Elordi? Like, this is so weird.
But I just thought it was so funny. Like, people are like having like their big emotional moments, and then it cuts to the front row, and Jacob Elordi's, because he's so massive and tall, spread out into the front row, having a little snack next to his mommy. It was so cute. I love it. Cute. Everyone has like the hots for Jacob Elordi, and I just view him as my cousin.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I think there's a chance that could be true.
It could be. I don't know anyone who I'm related to in Australia, so it could be.
The odds are with you. I was so happy that Kate Hawley won for costume design. I mean, Frankenstein was stunning and beautiful.
Also, her brooch collection. I mean, you and I have been saying we've got to get into brooches.
Into brooches.
We're so far behind now. We've really got to get into brooches. I just simply don't have the time right now, you know?
I mean, the commitment to have a brooch collection is a whole thing. Anyways, I was so happy she won. I love when a theater gal wins. She started in theater. She loves the stage.
Cute.
I'm rooting for that.
I love it.
Something that I kept feeling through the night. I was like, yes, this is right, quote unquote, until Best Picture, but we'll get there. That's how I felt about Frankenstein. I was like, yeah, this makes sense for what they're being recognized for the film. You know what I mean?
I'm so glad too. I really didn't think that he was gonna get all of those.
Yeah.
Like I said, they never get their flowers.
No. Can we talk about the in memoriam for 0.5 seconds?
Okay, why did everyone die last year?
Every single human died.
That was so long.
It was so
long. I literally could not with the Rob Reiner tribute. Like,
I know.
That is
when
so
they all came out on stage.
Fucking sad. How many classics can a man make?
I know.
Like, to have 1, 2, maybe 3, and he's just, I'm like, oh yeah, he did that. He did that. Princess Bride, When Harry Met Sally. It's insane.
I know.
It's insane.
It's truly insane. And then to be like, Rob was instrumental in winning LGBT marriage rights.
I know.
It's like, okay, like what?
I know.
Make all these great
Him and
films,
his wife.
and then you like go down in history in like activism. Like what? It was insane. I know there's so many people who died. I was like, I honestly forgot about Robert Redford. I forgot
about Robert Redford. And who else?
Diane Keaton.
There's Diane Keaton. I can't believe that was this year.
Catherine O'Hara.
I know. So sad.
Babs. Honey, I don't know why you think it's weird that he called you Babs. Everyone calls you Babs. That's your name. That was a weird thing to say. I don't understand.
But you know what? My favorite thing about Barbra Streisand is she has absolutely zero capability to zoom out about herself. I mean, we call it the Barbra Streisand effect for a reason, right? Like, she's shocked that all of this is still going on. So I love that for her. Loved her singing. Loved her outfit.
Oh, her outfit was great.
And I loved her hair. I loved the whole thing.
The glasses, the whole thing was great. I love that they gave her own mic.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm not messing with this mic stand.
Same. That's my most upsetting part of being on a stage is dealing with a mic stand.
Absolutely.
It can go really bad really quickly. Okay. I loved that Autumn Durald moment. I didn't realize that she was the first woman to win the cinematography award. And I do feel like that's massively embarrassing for everyone.
Oh, it's so
like whenever I hear it's like, oh, it's the first woman to do this. I'm like, we're still checking those. I mean, you know, look at the world. Of course we are. But Jesus fucking Christ, guys.
I know. It's so insane. It's so insane. I know. I was so happy when she won. And you know what? Look. I've got a thing about kids in Hollywood, but when Ryan Coogler grabbed her kid and brought him down, I lost my shit. Okay. Ryan Coogler, the man that you are, you're bringing down people's kids from the audience. You're winning original screenplay.
And your hair's looking amazing.
The guitar braid,
I didn't know. I was just enjoying it. And then I didn't see until this morning the shots of the back of his head. And then there's the guitar in the back. And then there's the treble. Or is it whatever it is? There's a guitar and then there's a treble clef. Like, squeeze me baking powder. That's inspired brilliance. Actually makes me misty. I was like, ugh, Braid's looking great.
I know. He talks a lot about, like, knowing a little bit about everything.
Yeah.
And I
like as a director or
cool. As an artist, he's like, I don't know a lot about one thing. I know a lot about everything, or I know like a little bit about everything.
Yeah.
And I think that kind of generalist perspective is what is able to produce something like this, like Sinners or his other work. I saw Fruitvale Station in theaters with Michael when I was like obsessed with Michael B. Jordan, watching him on Parenthood. Like, I'm sorry, but I'm taking it all the way back. And it was the first Ryan Coogler movie I ever saw.
I forgot he was in that show. Get that man out of that show. What are you doing there, Michael B. Jordan?
I know.
Kissing that tiny little white girl.
I know.
Massively upset.
Anyways, so I saw Fruitvale Station in theaters when it came out. That movie was made in like no time. And he can do like, you might have to help me with this, like source material.
Yeah.
So well, like obviously that actually happened. That young man died, right? And he kind of recreated in this film what happened. And then you have something like Black Panther, you have something like Sinners, which is a world of itself, but not, right?
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know how when I look at like these big blockbusters like that, like especially something like a Black Panther, what's come out recently? Like, I don't know how as a director you possibly wrap your head around that.
I know.
Like, and like, I understand if you're Guillermo del Toro and you've been doing stage direction for this film since you were 11, sure, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Right? But like, just forget, like, even just like bodies, number of people, like number of like
mammoth of a thing. Yeah.
I simply can't imagine.
I was so happy he won for original screenplay because Sinners is so good, but also because like, the idea, like the containers in which he tells stories when it's a new story or like a new thing is so amazing. And I was listening to an interview where he was talking about how his wife, it's always the wife, is the one where he brings his writing to her and he's like, what is this? And she's like, this is not it yet. This is not it yet. And so apparently he's been writing Sinners for years and years and years and years and years and years. And she's like, since college. And she's like, that's not it yet. That's not it yet. Like, you have to wait for your moment. And then she was like,
cook.
Yeah.
You gotta let it cook.
And then she was like, okay, we're getting here. This is the time. Yeah. And then like, look at this man. Yeah. So
I think it was when P.T. Anderson got up to, or was it Ryan Coogler who said, one of them said, like, thank you to my wife for living with a writer, what it takes to live with a writer. I think it was when P.T. Anderson won.
Maya.
Yeah. And like his kids or whatever. And Simon turned to me and he goes, oh, I just realized I live with a writer. That makes a lot of sense now. Or like, yeah, there's a lot of things going on here.
They call me Maverick. I was born in a time where I was able to judge movies with my eyes. And based on that, I criticized them pretty harshly. And I decide if they should have a job or not. I wish the Academy could make me president because I could save the industry, but here we are.
A human with ADHD, love for storytelling, of course, in all its forms, and also would really love to get further into screenwriting.
I was watching last night, and as the night was unfolding, I was like, okay, I think we're going to get some historic wins. I think we're going to get some firsts ever. Like, how did you all feel watching the different awards unfold?
There's just like, there's so much politics, like, in the movie industry and like the Oscars and stuff like that. And I expected to be disappointed.
But the Academy does that consistently. Like, there's a leg, right? So someone doesn't get what they deserved like a certain year. And then 15 years later, they have to award them.
Yeah,
for
it's so
else.
weird.
There's an old guard of filmmaking and filmmakers in Hollywood, where even the ones who are like, PTA is someone who is like kind of cutting edge and has a very different style than compared to the old guard. So even he's a different kind of filmmaker than a lot of the others. So he's already kind of like one of the different ones. But because he didn't win in the past, like now he's like 15, 20 years later, whatever it is.
Yeah.
They're catching up to him and they're like, okay, now we have to give it to you. But it's like, now we're past that.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
PTAs,
interesting. Yeah.
because now we're past that. Now we're on to Sinners. Now we're on to like storytelling that does like storytelling about like Black communities, about revolutionaries that doesn't need to be told through a white lens. But so like my take on PTA's win for Best Director and Best Pictures, it's still a very white centric perspective. Like people are divided in the comments. Like,
Yeah.
sure, Leo's character wasn't portrayed as like a hero in the conventional sense, but it's told through his perspective. This story of like a pseudo revolutionary, to me, fake woke, but like trying to be progressive, but missing so much of the actual politics of like Black revolutionaries and militant like movements. It's like missing the mark on that so much. But yay, we get to tell a story of like this nice old, washed up stoner white man who has to go finding Nemo adventure and go through his woes, his self-flagellation and his own trials, and we see that perspective, but so much everything else goes to the fringe.
Yeah, I so agree with that. Kind of to your point, I think that's what makes Hamnet so interesting is because of Chloe Zhao's perspective. And I think for me, I mean, it's the same thing when people talk about like men writing women. It's just like, sure, you can do like the best job that you want, but at the end of the day, you're still crafting a perspective from a completely different point of view. So how deep could that ever really be? That's just how I feel.
Yeah. It's like they've done that to so many people. They've done that to Christopher Nolan in the past, because like he's been nominated since I think 2007. And the first time one was like, I don't know, 2022 or something, and it took like 20 years for him to actually be recognized. And same for DiCaprio. I mean, either people like him or hate him personally or as an actor. We all have opinions on who he is and what he does in his private life and his activities that are not age appropriate. Anyway, but all of that to say that DiCaprio actually had the same treatment. So many movies that could have been, best Oscar for the best actor. He didn't get it until the rent, and then they gave it to him just to be like, basically, as usual, to be like, well, we get it, we've been late, blah, blah, blah. Now it's your time, but their time is always at the wrong time. It's always at the wrong time every time. And particularly when it comes to Black actors, actresses, Black filmmakers. I mean, everyone knows, but you have to work so much more, twice harder to get.
It's not even just work harder too. It's like be in good form when you get in the room too. You know what I mean? Like be fucking nice.
You have to be nice. You have to follow the establishment, and you have to make a movie that portrays whiteness as being redeemable, which is something huge too, because that's something I've noticed about the Academy. If you're a Black filmmaker or like actors in a movie where white characters are not redeemable, they will most likely snub you forever. Spike Lee is a prime example of that. Spike Lee has never made movies where he's always made Black-centric movies. Either it's like a woman or a man or someone else as the hero, and he's never made his white characters really redeemable in his movies. It's become kind of like his badge of honor at this point for Spike Lee. He actually is basically proud of that, because it's because he knows he's one of the best, and he knows the Academy will either never recognize that, or they'll give him the Oscar 20 years from now when he's 90 or something. To be like, you know what? Yeah, we should have done it, but here is your little statue, and now you can leave.
But also, we've been past this. We've moved on because we're not going to look to those spaces for recognition, because they've always failed in recognition, because it's a system that is not built to appreciate and value the people behind great work. But it's those institutions will fail on so many counts, right? So let's go do our own thing. Let's make our own things. Let's do our own shit. Let's find our own recognition where like where we value it, which is like mostly amongst our peers, right? Or in like the independent circuit or whatever it is. But that's why when those moments happen, it's like, yes, but we've been past this. And it's like, you kind of hold both those tensions where it's like, great. And I did love the moment that she created on stage when she's like, she asked all the women to stand up. And I think Autumn, and I really love Autumn and Chloe, both of them, for really holding their space and holding femininity in a way where they recognize. I love what Chloe said in one of her interviews about how this system is a system built on domination, and female director, like, even for us, like, we can't actually heal and make a space that's actually like holistic and whole, because it's like even the whole hierarchy of a military, like one person ordering like the people below them as like director to like AD or down the role. It's like, I really, really respect Chloe Zhao and Autumn and both of their processes and the way they carry themselves. Yeah. Like, they represent something that's different, and which is really hard to do in those spaces that is built on dominating the other, you know? In
a way that feels authentic too, right?
And not performative. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm really grateful I didn't have to contend with Sean Penn at all. I'm really grateful I didn't have to look at his face. I'm really grateful I didn't have to kind of reconcile anything within me. I have not seen that film yet. I don't even know what it's about.
You don't need to.
And okay, respectfully, can I say something? Is this a safe space? I don't care about Leonardo DiCaprio.
Also, is that the same young model next to him? Who is that?
I don't know. But it's fucking embarrassing. Those two men, I'm like, why are we talking about them?
I know.
That's how I feel.
I know. When Karen was like, didn't want to, I was like, oh, shade to Sean Penn. We're calling Sean Penn out.
I also don't really like see why. There's a few people I'm like, why are you here?
Yeah. I did feel bad for that one actor for F1 who was like the only one who came from the movie, and every time we mention F1 we go to this actor and it's just like him.
Cool.
I know. Cool. Like, because no one else could come, aka Brad Pitt. But also, what the hell? Why was that movie nominated? Whatever.
What even? That sounds like the most boring film on planet Earth to
boring.
Me. Anyway, and I always think there's always this funny moment with the Oscars where, like, you know, this film, like, what was it? Maybe it was F1. There was something that was like up for so much stuff that I'd literally never heard of, and I'm like, what?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I really want to see the Brazilian one. I really want to see that. They're playing it.
Secret Agent.
Yeah.
Who
looks so good.
He's so hot.
Yeah, he's so hot. List of people we think were hot at the Oscars. Anyway, yeah, I'm really glad I didn't have to deal with Sean Penn.
Same. I will say Teyana Taylor, excellent audience member. Give that woman an award.
Excellent audience member.
I thought the way that they got on stage for Best Picture was hilarious.
I was like, Teyana, you can't do that to that old man. You're going to hurt his back.
He's going to have a heart attack.
I love how excited you are, but you're going to break that white man in half.
She's so strong. I was like, are you trying to wrestle him to the ground?
Are you going to kill him?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, great audience member. I thought the K-pop Demon Hunters.
Everyone.
Yeah, she was like shouting. It was lovely. You need active participants. You know.
Mm-hmm. We got to talk about Bridesmaids real quick. So,
do we?
You don't like it?
Do you know I hate that movie?
Wait, no.
I hate that movie.
You hate Bridesmaids?
I think it's stupid. I don't understand why people like it so much.
Wow.
That is my era of SNL. I love Maya Rudolph. I love Kristen Wiig. I do not think that is either of their best work at all.
Oh, no. No. I will say that if you want to hire women, that guarantees that something will be funny, because I thought the only bits that were not Conan 100%. Was that. Basically.
100%.
Like, everything else was crazy.
What was it? Who was on stage with, oh my God, what is the bald man, the hot bald man?
Channing
Tatum. I really do like him as a comedic relief, but he needed to be paired with Will Arnett. That's who it was. I never like seeing Will Arnett's face.
Is that Will Arnett or Jason?
That was Will Arnett.
Oh, yeah, no. Yeah. See, it's like you're tanned to hell.
Yeah, like you've been left out in the sun like a piece of leather for far too long.
Yeah.
I think these men are smoking in unventilated rooms as well.
Yeah, it's just like weird, and I don't like the bro humor. Like it felt very kind of like undercutting and strange. Like all their
it's
jokes.
weird.
Robert Downey Jr. That whole thing was weird.
That was weird.
The women came on. It was actually funny.
It was funny.
Okay.
I didn't understand the bit, but okay, sure.
I don't really understand honoring something for 15 years either.
That's not okay. The anniversary of a film is not
What are we
anything.
Why are we doing
like the anniversary of maybe The Wizard of Oz that like pioneered cinema? We can have a conversation about the 15th anniversary of a film that people enjoy. Give me a break.
I know.
That's what I mean, okay, I just feel like Bridesmaids is like so overhyped as a film. Like I just don't.
Yeah. I thought it was weird because it was like, is this a moment for Rose in case she doesn't win? Like I was just like, why was this in here? But I did think that the bit was funny. Okay, moving on. Next.
The next note I have is Zendaya's Bob.
That woman.
I love her.
I love her.
I love her. She looked amazing, and I love him.
I love
What's
him.
his face? And I
don't
love
know.
how they just show up and they do their job and they leave.
I know.
I love that.
So good.
Robert Pattinson.
Thank you, Robert Pattinson.
Yeah.
Yeah, A20. I mean, little thing for their A24 movie coming out
Yeah,
about weddings.
beautiful.
Another wedding film.
Beautiful.
Yeah, she looks slay all the time. That woman
love
cannot
it.
do anything wrong when it comes to styling for me.
No, I know. She just really kills it. Did we talk about animated short already?
Oh my god, I was so happy that the girl who cried pearls won.
Canadian. Montreal. Fun train fact for you. The streetcar miniatures that they use are based off of the 501 streetcars at the Halton County Radial Railway. So those are
love
cool.
it. I loved it.
Yeah, I loved that. That was really beautiful.
It was so good.
They did some cool stuff too with stop motion animation and CGI over top of their like puppets and armatures and stuff like that. So fun little
I felt
animation
like
moment.
each animation nominee too really showed a different angle of animation, which I thought was really cool. Yeah.
Yeah. My next note is the brooch on the back of Michael B. Jordan's outfit when he got up to smooch his mummy. By the way, I would love to be sat next to Michael B. Jordan's mom. I mean, like Emma Stone. When they cut to Emma Stone,
I know.
I was like, I'm so jealous.
Emma
I would
Stone's
love
having
to
a
sit
great
next-
night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's so fun.
My name is Anthony. I am a talent producer, and I've worked across live events and award shows with a couple different media companies for the past 10 years.
We wanted an opinion we wanted the inside scoop. I think I understand what the Academies is. And then last night with the show, it was mentioned that Ryan didn't participate in voting. And I didn't know you could do that, like opt out of it.
The Academy is the Academy of Motion Pictures, Arts and Sciences. It is the governing board for the Oscars. So it is the collection of voters who come from a lot of different various backgrounds. And every organization and every award show has this. So the Golden Globes has their association of voters. The Grammys, they have, the Recording Academy. That's their selection. Everybody has it. The cool thing about the academies is that theirs is a mix of interdisciplinary artists. So it's a mix of actors, directors, recording artists, like a lot of different folks, as well as some journalists, executives. It kind of really runs the gamut. So it's a really diverse and rich group of folks. I can't remember if this is true, but I believe that Ryan has passed on the opportunity to be a member so that he doesn't have to vote, or he is a member and opts not to. I want to say that it's the latter, not the former. But that is how he's able to make that work, is that his thing is, I want to be, neutral in this whole thing, and I don't want to vote against friends. So, yeah, he is able to still have his projects nominated and all of that good stuff without having to be an active voter as well.
The thing that I love about live events is that it feels like a theater show, right? Like it feels like anything could happen. It feels like something could go wrong. It's like it has a very theatrical type of feeling to it. I love personally when I see like a camera go awry.
You know, when something goes wrong, it's really a testament to just like, you know, how good is your team to make things, you know, right as quick as possible. I think one thing that people don't realize is that the commercial break is your opportunity to fix a lot of stuff. So if something's not how it should be in the room, you have 2 minutes and 30 seconds to correct that as fast as possible. And I think that that's actually really fun. Not when things necessarily go wrong because, you know, you don't want that last minute hiccup or getting that phone call from somebody that is pointing out something that's not going well. But there is something really funny about as soon as we hear like, you know, the band play and then, you know, the host walks away, it's like, go do this right now. And then we huddle up afterwards and it's like, did it all get done? Did it not get? What do we have to fix now? Like, can we check in with everybody, make sure everybody's good? I think it's hilarious and really fun.
One of my favorite moments last night, I think it was like the last 20 minutes or something like that. We got a shot of the front row and there was like 3 water bottles and someone's snack on the ground and 3 empty seats.
I also think that as like the show goes, like, you know, later on, it's always a thing of like, it becomes a little bit more relaxed.
Watching Jacob Elordi like progressively get more and more like tired in his front, like sloping out of his front seat last night was.
I love live production and I love that the Oscars have a host who clearly loves television and is so irreverent towards it. And similarly, I love that the Globes have that too with Nikki. I think this is a really fun time for production where it's like the thing that people are actually looking forward to and excited about. And there are moments where like, you know, you aren't expecting something to happen. Definitely, I think to your point, I love that, you know, live means that things can go wrong and things can happen that you don't anticipate. This is, it's my favorite medium when it comes to like, you know, working in film and TV. I just love that we're in a really nice kind of like, you know, pseudo golden age of it where I feel like people really care about it again. It's like, it's really like, you know, fun ecosystem to be a part of.
There's like such a interesting balance with award shows. I really feel like the last few, like, I don't even want to say years, the last year, last 2 of like, you know, there's playing to the room in front of you. There's playing to the, you know, people that are actually watching it. And then there's playing to like the after show, you know, like what the internet's going to say after. And I think Conan did such a wonderful job and like the rest of the writing team of giving everybody their moment, but making it really feel like an actual, instead of like pandering to the internet or like pandering to, you know, like headlines after, like it felt like, I don't know, really present and real.
I love that he takes it seriously and like, you know, he's taking his monologue to comedy clubs and like his writers are so sharp. Like, nah, I love the work. I love seeing the work that goes into it. And he's a really great host, so I love everything he's doing.
Yeah, we can jump into the last vibe. First of all, I really did like how they gave. Oh no, you're saying you didn't like this. This is what you're referring to, right? The best picture throughout the night with the director talking over it, filmmaker talking. You didn't like that?
No, I didn't mind that.
Okay.
I wanted more music though. Why did we only got 2 performances? Is that right?
Yes.
Like I wanted more performances.
Yeah. There's usually
or more of a moment, and I thought the costume intro was so random and weird.
Oh,
they did it. They did like one kind of like B-roll, like AI looking, like costume intro thing.
Yeah, they did it for costume. It was random. They did it for costume. I think they did it for production design.
It was so weird. It was ugly. It didn't look good. It wasn't like why aren't you using stock from the actual like?
Yeah, I think they
behind the scenes of these things. I don't get it.
That was interesting. I really loved how we saw each of the best pictures throughout the night, and we had the filmmaker's perspective on it. I loved that. So towards the end of the night, I'm really thinking we've had some historic wins. Yeah. We've had some real surprises. Yeah. Like, I don't really know where this is going to go. Like, I truly was like, I don't know where we're headed, right?
Yeah.
It was a Sinners and Frankenstein sweep for cinematography, original score. We got into actor in a leading role, which went to Michael B. Jordan, which...
Oh, so cute. And him just standing on stage, smiling, enjoying that moment, too. I love feeling, like, so excited for another person. I know. Like that's so cute.
I loved when he was like, I know you're rooting for me and I'm going to try to keep being the best version of myself. I think that's so beautiful. I was like, that is so good. So stunning.
I loved everyone dunking on Timothée Chalamet all night. I loved that Marty Supreme won fucking nothing. Yep. Only on the basis. And honestly, whatever. We talked about it last week though, like what his comments are genuinely whatever. I don't understand why that movie was so popular. Fuck Kevin O'Leary. I never want to see that man's face ever on television ever again.
Yeah.
I don't understand anyone with any kind of liberal values enjoying that film. Like, it's so weird to me.
Yeah,
it's so weird that this thing has gotten the traction that it has.
Yeah.
And I never want to see a movie with a man not being, a man was bad to his wife. And also, why didn't Odessa get a nom? This is weird.
Yeah.
So anyway,
yes, exactly.
That's how I feel about that.
I was
film.
happy.
I'm so excited for Michael B. Jordan.
I'm so excited for Michael B. Jordan. I'm happy it didn't get anything either. And exactly, like, I think the only thing that maybe could have been on the table was Timothée Chalamet's performance. And yes, the Oscar, the votes were in before he said whatever he said. And that's my point. Like, Michael B. Jordan's, I mean, come on. He played two characters. He played Smoke and Stack. And that, ever since, Wallace and the Wire, as a child, this man deserves an Oscar. Like, he is
I agree.
stunning.
He's so good. He's so good. It was so wonderful. Jessie Buckley crying. When they called her name and she just burst into tears. Oh, it's making me upset. Not upset, emotional. Oh my God. I just love her.
Loved Mama Chloe looking at her.
I know.
Like, it was
actually back way up. Chloe Zhao's weird as hell outfit. That I gotta get into that.
It's so good.
Why is she mourning?
She's like, look, I'm going to take this grief thing real far.
serious.
Yeah, real
I love
serious.
her. I love her. She's so fucking intense. I'd love to have a long lunch with that woman,
Oh, yeah. Jessie's a beautiful speaker. I mean, she's like Viola. She can give us a great speech really easily. And I love what she said about motherhood and how, like, she had her kid when she was doing, like, it was so great.
She like got pregnant and had her child after Hamnet, which I think is like a crazy thing. Knowing that you pulled that performance out.
And
I just think that's amazing. I think she's amazing.
That was fantastic.
And I love her so much.
Yeah.
My last note is for Matt Berry.
Yeah.
What a gig. I know. I love that he's just like over there working. Like, he's just got a gig. That's the best way to do it. That's the job I want at the Oscars.
I was so surprised when they were like, live from London. I was like, what?
Yeah.
And also they're keeping up with this and there didn't really seem to be any like issues. You know what I mean? Like, very impressive. Yeah. He did a great job. And then we got Best Picture and we don't got to talk about that. I mean, the fact that Paul Thomas Anderson won the 2 awards he did win.
I know.
I'm a little bit, I don't know about him.
I think it was just his time. You know what I mean? Yeah. And that's how I felt. That's also how I felt about, oh my God, there was a few other, like Amy Madigan had to get it. Like, that's how I feel. Like, sometimes it's just like, it's not your turn yet.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Timothée Chalamet, sit down.
Timothée Chalamet, sit down. It's fine.
I know.
So anyway.
Rich, I would say my Oscars expertise is I've been watching them for like at least 2 decades religiously. So lots of watchings.
I feel like you went on a journey. Tell us about your journey to watch every movie that is on the Every Movie for
it's the 1001 movies you must see before you die list, which is actually 1260 currently. It's actually taken a hiatus, but this year it's coming back and I'm very exhausted. It's been a 10-year journey. I'm in year 10 and I am at 1201. So only 59 left until they add more. It's been an interesting journey just because the variety of films is very interesting. And, some of the movies are 10 hours long. So it's a bit of a slog if you decide to do it in one setting. So it's been eye-opening, but very rewarding overall.
Okay, this is maybe a little off topic, but now I'm curious. What is your, we can call it favorite, or like one that stands out to you the most on that list?
I feel like the one that I normally will bring up just because it feels a little more accessible is it's, I think from like 2003, it's called Russian Ark. They filmed it, they did 3 takes. I believe it's about 90 minutes, one take. It's actually like 3 separate takes that are very well blended, but it's got over 2,000 people in it. And it's basically a wandering through a Russian mansion with like some historical accuracy and some not, but like it's just one take and you just are sort of talked to, and each room has a different like vignette or scene that's going on in it. There's multiple times where a full orchestra and like full ballroom like dancing will be happening. And so it's like known for this one take 2,000 performers vibe. So it's not a perfect film in any capacity because it's kind of boring if we're being completely honest, but it's very interesting what some people are willing to do when you give them money to do it.
Yeah, this looks, a cursory Google image search. This looks what Eyes Wide Shut thinks it's giving.
Sure. Yeah, yes. Like not the same themes for sure, but like it is very much like, yeah, I get exactly what you mean.
Another sidebar, Eyes Wide Shut is like, to me, the most disappointing film I've ever seen in my entire life.
I'm unenthusiastically positive on it. Like, I never need to see it again. But I also am positive on most things. I'm not a critic. I don't pretend to be. That's actually something about Letterboxd that I can't stand, which we can get into.
I was going to say.
Okay, let's just get into it then.
Let's get into Letterboxd culture and be a film person.
Something that you sort of asked, and I'll get the exact quote, Jacqueline, who's more performative, theater kids or movie nerds? I think it used to be theater kids, and then Letterboxd happened, and now it's movie nerds.
Word.
It is... I think like people want to go for like the quips of it all. Like, oh, look how clever I am in my reviews. Yeah. And I think people are really obsessed with their rating curves and proving that like, oh, this movie's terrible, I gave it a 1 star. And maybe it's just my opinion, but I don't know. As I've gotten older, and actually, frankly, the further I've gotten with the list that I've been doing, the more I've realized that I don't know if any art can really be considered bad.
Yeah.
And so like when you look at my rating curve, it's very top heavy. And the reason is because I have my own like way of viewing things. So like to me, a 3-star movie is, I was like, it was not good, but like it still exists. Where it's like everyone else, that's like a 1-star movie. Yeah. But I think it's given a platform to people to pretend like they know what they're talking about. And I think they do know what they're talking about because it's their perspective of things. But I think it's gotten to the point where it's like, well, actually, you have no knowledge. You have no go to school for criticism. You didn't go to school for English. You didn't go for school for writing. You didn't go to school for... And not that school means everything, but it's giving people a platform to pretend like they know what they're talking about, when in the grand scheme of things, they're only living within their experience of what they viewed, but they pretend like it should be everyone else's, if that makes sense. Yeah. So I think at this point, everyone's performative, and it's like, I think everyone on Letterboxd who takes it semi-seriously does feel a little bit of insecurity. Like my top 4, I'm like, God, I feel like such a basic film bro. I can acknowledge it, but I'm also like, legitimately, these are movies that bring me joy for multiple reasons, and they're ones that I genuinely think are good. And some would say I've done like this huge ass list, and it's like theoretically that is a good enough of an education, but I know there's more out there, and this is just from my experience. And I've read like 2 film books. Like, I don't know what the hell I'm talking about, which is why I don't do reviews, because I have nothing to say about them. And if I want to talk about them, I'd rather have a conversation with someone, because a 50-word quip, oh, look how clever I am for the way I viewed this movie, doesn't actually say anything. I'd rather talk about it. You know, that's the biggest problem I have with Letterboxd.
I mean, I know I say this as like a white lady with a podcast, but, and also I really feel that like the reviewy, I don't know, criticism, like culture of things. I'm like, go make a movie then. Like, take that energy that you feel so passionately.
Write something, or
write something.
Storyboard something, literally anything.
Picture, do like a drawing on the sidewalk with some chalk or something like that. Like, I think people get so caught up in like the discoursification of the internet sometimes. And I'm like, go like stick an opinion inside of some art. Yeah. You know?
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. And it's easy to obviously judge something when you have no stakes in what you're judging, and you actually have no ability to do what you're judging.
Yeah. Right.
So my answer is, I don't know if it's just because I'm so removed from theater these days, but I'm just like, honestly, everyone on Letterboxd is irritating.
I mean, at the very least, like theater kid is like being authentic.
Yes. Yes.
I think it's like anything that gets into like performative that I'm like, oh my God.
I think most theater kids kind of know what they're talking about because it's so niche in a way, even if it feels
And they've done something in it.
Yeah.
Like most theater kids have at least taken a class.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't just like have an opinion about theater if you've never touched it in some way.
Yeah.
It's like just not. What's a movie that people will drop when they're like performing? I know a lot about movies. Like what one, like, you know, oh, have you ever seen this? Or like, for us, like, you know, I mean, I've had so many men say to me, have you seen The Godfather? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, what's the movie that
I feel like
people bring up?
I feel like it's anything by Scorsese.
Yeah.
Truly anything by Scorsese. Taxi Driver, I'm like, okay, whatever.
Okay, cool.
But I do feel like 2001, anything by frankly with Scorsese, you may as well include Kubrick in there.
I was going to say, I feel like Kubrick is like one of those. I mean,
Barry Lyndon. Oh my God. And like Barry Lyndon's gorgeous. Don't get me wrong. But I'm also like, it's a great movie. I'm not complaining about it. But I'm like, it's also in a lot of ways not accessible because it's a lot of Kubrick specifically I find hard to get through because I don't know, he's just so crazy about everything and insufferable that like he sort of makes all of his movies a little bit insufferable. But weirdly enough, I feel like I'm excited for the Greta Gerwig of everything because I weirdly feel like Greta Gerwig has become something that film bros like. A person that they like. And I think that in the future, give like 20 years, I feel like something like Frances Ha or Lady Bird will be that sort of insufferable pick. Because I also
There's hope. There's hope.
Yes. It's not just the men that will make everything insufferable. But I do think that like, you know, the moment Mr. Timmy in Lady Bird, I feel like that character is going to be something that every young future cinephile is going to somehow relate to. And so
That's the new film boy.
Yes. It's like, I feel like there's so many, like anything with De Niro is going to be like what everyone brings up. You know, it's very much like, oh, my dad showed me this. Yeah. And so this is peak. But I think in the future, we will have some space for women directors. It will just, I think it'll take a while. I think like another one, like if you're starting to get some like true film bro, you're going to get Agnes Varda. That is actually a female director that will be brought up.
That's really funny.
Agnes Varda is going to be someone, which it's like, again, she does some good stuff, but I'm looking forward to whatever the new generation will bring forward in terms of what will become the insufferable, have you seen this, coming from a film bro, which I like to be the annoying one who actually talks about movies that no one's seen.
I love that.
Right.
It's like, I brought Russian Ark out. Out of nowhere. And it's like the average film bro at the end of the day is not going to know Russian Ark, and I wouldn't know it, and I don't really consider myself a film bro, but I just felt like doing a movie journey, and I discovered it, and I was like, wow, this is actually worth talking about because it's something I've never seen before, and I think a lot of, like, Scorsese, for instance, it's a lot of the same.
Yeah.
A lot of the same.
That's like the point of art too, right? I think people forget about that, especially in the like, you know, rating culture of things. It's like, oh my God, a piece of art, like you have an opinion and a feeling about something after, like good or bad.
Yeah.
It did its job.
And that's, And like, I think a great example of that is actually The Room. Because everyone knows The Room is terrible, but everyone has something to say about it and loves to talk about how terrible it is. And so I like bad art for a lot of reasons, if we want to say bad art in quotes, because it's genuinely something that is fun to discuss.
Yeah.
And like there are a few movies that like I've genuinely been. There's a movie called In the Realm of Senses, which is just not even softcore porn. It's just porn. It's beautiful. And it's like that's fun to talk about because you're like, okay, is this actually a movie? Is this actually art?
Right. Exactly. Like, if
or is this just like, is it just some like director's wet dream to be provocative? Because provocative for provocative sake is boring, but at least it is a conversation topic.
Okay, that's it from us. Anything else? Any final words? It was fun.
It was so fun. every single go see Sinners.
Okay, go see Sinners. I really want to go see The Secret Agent, and is it Surratt? That's the other one I really want to see.
Yeah, you
as well.
should see. I mean, those go see Sinners. Go see Sentimental Value. Go see
Sentimental Value. Okay,
it's so good. It's so good.
I love Elle Fanning too. I'm really happy with what's going on with her.
Yes, if Renata wasn't, if the Oscars didn't love a Jessie Buckley type performance, you know, we love to see a woman.
I mean, I feel the same way about Michael B. Jordan as I do about Jessie Buckley. If they had, that was the one.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Oscar
Like
performances.
that was, if this is the lineup of people that we've got, then this is the one.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Anyway, no, it was a really great show. I left, I was like, oh, that was so fun. It was a good one. Congrats to Conan. If anyone wants to hire us for next year. And thank you to all of our guests who joined us on this episode as well.
Yes, thank you.
As far as, I mean, I felt like we were running Oscars production house the last couple of days, all of the moving parts. So thanks to all of our guests.
Yes.
You can find all of their like social, their Substacks, all of their whatever down below. And we'll be back next week.
Next week.
Okay, bye.
Bye.